Hey folks, Lachlan here. Today I would like to talk about free speech and censorship, two issues which have become crucially important to the global conversation that we're all having. It's become apparent in recent years as social media has become the primary venue for communication for millions of people, particularly as we live and deal with various states of lockdown, that certain views and perspectives are no longer permitted to be publicly expressed in the mainstream. Those who wish to control what is and is not discussed often use the rationale that they do so to protect the wider community from any undue harm or discomfort that such discussions may cause. But what I find to be the true reason is that those who wish to censor the expression of others generally do so because they do not wish to be exposed to the uncomfortable and unpleasant elements of reality that exist whether they like it or not. And I'd like to explain, as someone with a severe physical disability, why free expression is of crucial importance. I'm going to lay out a hypothetical example for you, and perhaps that will help you understand where I'm coming from best. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that a powerful leader were to rise to political prominence on the basis that he wanted to build the best society in the world. And in order to do this, he and his followers plan to eliminate the genetically weak and burdensome from the rest of society. Now, that might sound ridiculous, but I'll bet that 2 years ago it would have sounded equally as ridiculous to you if someone told you that various world leaders would be trying to manipulate and coerce their citizens into taking what amounts to an experimental medication. So the argument I'm making here is that no eventuality should be seen as out of bounds and nothing should be taken as impossible. If such a leader were to rise to power and seek to eliminate all those that he considered genetically or physically inferior, the only defense someone like me would have would be the ability to express my thoughts and feelings as clearly as possible. You see, friends, free expression goes far beyond just having the ability to discuss uncomfortable issues or make edgy jokes that may be offensive to certain audiences. Without free speech, we don't have any rights, because free speech and expression is the human right from which all other rights flow. So I tend to take a very dim view of anyone who would try to control the speech of anyone else, other than in direct incitement to violence. Because as adults particularly, if we no longer wish to participate in a conversation, we can simply leave. If you want to look at it in terms of social media, there is a reason that you are given the ability to block and restrict people's access to your accounts. If you don't like what they have to say, you can simply stop hearing it. there is a difference between not wanting to hear what someone has to say and wanting to prevent them from being able to express themselves entirely. Anyone who seeks to give you a list of approved and banned topics for discussion should be looked upon with a very wary eye. That is my 2 cents for the day, and I hope you find it useful. For now, farewell.